Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking today about how you can make lead magnets using AI and put them onto your Facebook ads or your website and kind of give your prospects more free value and kind of get them interested and basically a lead magnet. So in this example, I'm going to be doing a marketing agency. I'm going to be making an AI kind of marketing audit for a prospect. So you guys will see how you can do this, but you can do this for any kind of lead magnet you want to do, any sort of any sort of lead magnet really. You can create this with Lovable, as I'll be showing you today. So yeah, let's just jump straight in. Okay guys, so this is the marketing audit. So obviously this can be any kind of lead magnet, but for this example, I'm doing an audit because it's quite a powerful one for marketing agencies, which I'm talking about right now. But you can do it for any kind of business that does ads or has a website. So I'll quickly run it firstly before I run in. This is what it looks like, by the way. But I'll firstly run it so you can see how it actually works. So let me just answer. Do you run email campaigns on you? No. Like a 6. Or leads. SEO. And now, before we hit that, I also want to make sure this is running. There we go. And then now, bang. So this is now completing, and this is going to take probably a few minutes because, as you're going to see in a second, there's quite a lot of sort of AI that goes into it because we're doing quite a detailed audit, and we want it to be as sort of accurate as possible because we want to actually be giving them free value. So yeah, you'll see exactly what it looks like in a sec. Okay, so you can see that everything's complete now, and I should have an email with the audit, and then you guys can have a look and see what it looks like, and then we'll go through how to actually build this out, so all the prompting and stuff like that. So let me just go on my Gmail, and here we go. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, quite a lot of information, but yeah, you can see 123 business operates in roofing industry, generates 30p. This is like an overview. The website presents professional construction industry aesthetic with clear service offerings. So this website actually was really good. So the SEO audit might not have been that important, but they're not always going to be this good. So yeah, anyways, but from a technical perspective, it benefits from proper schema markup. So it actually knows what it's talking about. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it says it even found that it's got outdated content. So yeah, quite powerful stuff really. And then generates those organic channels, but has no systematic process for nurturing these leads. The absence of a CRM. You guys can stop and read this, you know what I mean? And then the best part about it is I'd love to follow up further so we can address these issues quickly. And you can book a call in to hop on discovery call and then sort of address the problems. So this is a really good way to attract leads because they're getting free value, and it also kind of gets your foot in the door with them because now they trust you because you're giving them some value, and you haven't actually done it, AI has done it. And then now you guys also have a kind of rough idea and like sketch of how to attack the discovery call and how to like make changes and things like that. So you already know a lot about, you've already learned a lot about your prospect. So this is very powerful in a lot of aspects. So let's jump into how to actually make something like this. So firstly, you're going to want to have a webhook because, as you guys can probably tell, I made that I made the audit on Lovable. So I'll show you my prompts to actually make this. So make a cool interactive lead magnet for my website and ads. I'm a marketing agency. I created blah blah blah. You guys can pause and copy paste all this. The important part is you put your hook, your webhook from make.com. So you guys, I've already posted a video on how to do all this before, but you guys should know you get this when you create a custom webhook, and you want to put that into your lovable prompt. So yeah, you need to do that, because otherwise the data isn't going to get sent to make. It's just going to, not actually be picked up. So make a very aesthetic appearance, stuff like that, because this is actually quite nice. I like how it has different pages. It's not just one long like Google form looking kind of thing. It's actually interactive, and they're going to stick around and fill it out. And then here I've just got all these sort of questions that I wanted to put. So yeah, feel free to pause if you want to do the exact same thing as me, but I'm just kind of showing you what it would look like if you did it for yourself. Now, I do know you can do social media audits as well. I've just done a website one, and you can also apparently audit their ads all through AI, which is really, really powerful stuff. That might be for another video, but today I've just done an SEO website audit. So, that's basically enough to get your foot in the door, really. And then, yeah, hopefully you pause that and read through. And then the second prompt I did was, I had some new questions, so you guys can take these questions as well. I think this is the actual questions that are in the updated one, so maybe just use these ones instead. But yeah, this is kind of what I put in. I just asked AI to get a lot of these, so I didn't actually come up with every single one of these questions, but yeah, and I think that's everything I've done. So yeah, that's the whole Liverpool build. Now coming over to make, this is where a lot of it actually occurs. So the first DeepSeek prompt, you can use obviously ChatGPT, OpenAI, whatever. This is the general audit. So this is not the website. You can see I have 3 here. This one's just a general audit. So everything, all the info that I've got from the form, it's just a quick audit and overview from that. Now this fetches the HTML of their website, and then it gets passed, and then that HTML gets put into this. This module just does a complete audit, an SEO audit of their website. So it's more, it's not about any of those kind of inputs from the form. It's just straight website. Is it good? Is it bad? What does it need? Stuff like that. And then this one brings both of these together, collates them, and makes it actually like a nice readable audit that looks nice, stuff like that, reads well. And then this is just sending it to their email. It's important you send it to their email, because it kind of, if you just present the audit on the like landing page, so like if you just had like the PDF link to their audit here, they would just take it and they wouldn't follow up. But because you've emailed them, now you've kind of started the flow, and now you can continue, email marketing them if they don't follow up, things like that. So you really want to make sure you email them, because it gets your foot in the door, starts the conversation, and now you have a lead basically. So that's really important that you actually send it via email. Anyways, I'll get back to the first prompt. So you want to have a system prompt, your AI marketing analyst that audits businesses, blah blah blah. Then you want to have a user one, create a short personalized digital marketing audit for this business, and you want to have all these variables. So these are all the variables that came from Lovable. So if you did everything correct so far, you should have all these. You might have different questions, obviously, compared to different, you're obviously not going to be doing the exact same thing as I am, but yeah, this is like, customer value, main service, target audience, blah, 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 all that stuff. You want to have all of these locked up in here, and then you want to have them all, like all the variables linked up with a nice title, so it actually recognizes what each variable is actually doing. So then you want to give specific insights and 3 recommendations to improve marketing performance. You can do more, whatever. You want to also make sure it's on Reasoner. So this is better for this than Chat, because Chat we use on the final one to make it sound nice, but the first 2, when we audit their general audit and we do their website, we want to have Reasoner, because it's going to be able to give more details and kind of provide better advice. I've done 800 tokens and 0.7 temperature here, so, and text. So yeah, you can copy all that. Now next, we just want to do a HTTP get. So we want to get the website URL and then just get. So that's all you have to do, and then get it as HTML. raw HTML, and then you want to be able to pass it as well. And I think all this is just the stock stuff, so don't have to worry about any of that. Now you're going to get a massive output. It's just going to be basically the entire website, everything inside this. That's really valuable data. What we do now is we chuck it into DeepSeek again. Now, you're an expert marketing consultant with an SEO analyst. Your job is to audit businesses' websites for messaging, SEO, conversion, optimization, overall marketing effectiveness. So now, audit the following website as if you're preparing a professional marketing agency report. You can change these prompts. I've just got AI to write a lot of this and made some changes, but yeah, basically you want the business name, business HTML, so that's everything from that. That's the most important part. When the website was last updated, so you want to have that. That was from the form, so that's not from that. Current website traffic, current tracking website conversions. So if they're tracking, traffic conversions, key sort of variables there. How well does your brand? How well is your website representing your brand? So they would have already done that in the form. So obviously, if they say like a low score, that's going to be probably that's probably been brought up in the audit. Anyway, so overview, SEO technical review, design and conversion review. This is all what I'm doing, but you can do whatever you want to speak about, and then format the output in Markdown with short paragraph, bullet points. And again, I've done DeepSeek Reasoner. I've done 900 tokens here and 0.7 and then text. So almost the exact same, I think, as the other one. Might be a bit more kind of strenuous because of how much data is here. It's going to take a while, obviously, for AI to read through all that data. So yeah, this one is going to take a lot more sort of power. Anyways, now the final one, this brings both of them together and actually just writes it really well. So again, you have a system one. You are a senior digital marketing strategist who specializes in writing professional marketing audits. You give structured input from 2 sources. Yep, there we go. Task is to merge these insights into one cohesive marketing audit. You want to give all these guidelines because what happened at the start was I was getting hashtags, like random symbols and stuff, and it made my email look really weird. Probably would have got sent to spam. It was just like, it didn't look very nice, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure you have all these guidelines. You want to make sure it has the right tone you're trying to, convey, stuff like that. So this obviously will match your kind of business. So if your business has this sort of, tone or blah, 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 you know what I mean? So that's going to be very subjective, but yeah, you want to have some sort of guidelines here because at the end of the day, it's not going to know exactly how you want to come across. And then you want to have the structure. So again, up to you how you want to structure it, but you guys saw what I did. You guys can make it more concise. I was thinking of doing that because this audit was quite long, but yeah, I mean, you can make it more concise and make it a little bit easier to read, but I like giving a lot of value. So anyways, hope you paused and read through that so you can get a sort of idea. Now the user prompt below is the data collected from the marketing questionnaire. The information, website audit. So both those other DeepSeek prompts, bring them into here. Write a full marketing report following the structure provided in the system message. Keep formatting simple, professional, no markdown special symbols. Again, just reiterating from up there. And then you want to have DeepSeek chat at this time. So you want it to, this is just going to be better at kind of writing instead of reasoning because we've already done the reasoning. Now you just want to be able to write a really concise report. So 2,000 tokens here. 0.6 temperature, and again text. Now that's basically everything. So I'm using Zoho Mail to send it. You probably using Gmail or whatever. You guys should know how to set up an email module. It's quite simple. You basically just pick your domain, you pick your from, you pick your to is obviously going to be the email they provided here. So you guys obviously will have that. Here are your audit results, bang. And then you want to do some sort of formatting. You don't want to just send the results in and then have no CTA. This CTA kind of basic, but you can make it as whatever you like. I'll explore further how we can solve these issues quickly and efficiently. And you want to have some sort of link to, your Calendly or, maybe saying like, do you want to call tonight or do you want to call, does Tuesday morning work to speak? Something along those lines. Just take the sort of conversation to the next level. Maybe you don't want to sell them on the spot and you just want to start a conversation about their results and what they can do. You want to give them more, but you know what I mean? Like, you guys can obviously choose your copywriting decisions more effectively. But yeah, that's just what I've done here. And then the subject, you want to have their name and business name, audit results are in. That's what I've done. So it's really important you use variables like their name and their business name, because it's going to come up on their phone and it's be like, oh, you actually wrote this email, you know what I mean? But little do you know, it's AI. So yeah, you want to make sure you have those variables in so it catches their eye in their phone. And the best part about this is it actually takes probably, you know, a minute or 2 minutes to write this audit. So they might not actually think it's AI off the bat, because, you know, if it was AI, it would just appear in like 1 second. It'd be like an automated message. But because it actually takes a while to, you know, do this whole process, they might think, you know, maybe he's done some sort of research or he's just quick, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, that's the whole entire flow basically. Yeah, if you have any questions, you know, leave them below. If you want to see another sort of lead magnet build that's not an audit, you know, there's plenty of different ideas for lead magnets that you can use with AI. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get back to them. If you want me to just make one of these for your business, your agency, whatever, my email is also in the description, or you just go on my channel and find it. I'll be happy to help you guys make some of these. Or if you want me to, you know, give you some in-depth help, or you want me to send you over some of the systems from Make and stuff like that, like the PDFs. I mean the you know, JSON files and things like that. Let me know as well. But yeah.